Today I'm working on etching and printing some TetraPak prints that are going to go inside a book. So there's an exhibition coming up. It's a local exhibition and the theme is kind of so I live on the west side of the city and the theme is West Side Stories. So I've cut open a book, I've emptied out the pages, I've made paper with the paper that was in the middle of the book, and now I'm going to print on that paper that I've made using TetraPak printing. I've got kind of, this is sort of the general outline of it. There's kind of like local birds and plants, and then there's a figure in the middle. So this will go kind of like in the back of the book, and then these pieces will surround her on the outside. So I'm just sort of halfway through tracing these elements. I did a little bit of work on it in the weekend and I just need to keep going with that. Yeah, so it should be a really fun day and it should be a really fun project to be working on. So I better get started. Today, I think I've listened to all of the podcasts I normally listen to on a Monday morning over the weekend, because I just was doing stuff that like a podcast was good to have in the background for. But I found a new podcast called The Death of an Artist, so I thought I might try that out. So there's a season 2 and there's a season 1. I guess I'll start with season 1. Okay, so here we go. I'm predicting some kind of true crime situation with an arty bent, but we'll see how it goes. I got a new etching tool over the weekend. It's another Hua Hong tool. So I'm going to try this out. It's much lighter than the Scribe, but it has a similar shaped point. And it's probably going to be a bit more comfortable to hold than the bookbinding awl that I've been using quite a bit. It's 2:15. I've just been working on this sheet here. It's just like little rabbits, gumnut flowers, and wrens. I've got another smaller sheet of similar things to do. I think I'm not going to do the printing today because I'm finding myself just getting to the point where I'm being a little bit willing to cut corners and like oh, if maybe I just go with this one sheet that I've already done and just not do the other. But I think the other is good and I think it'll add something to the finished piece, so I should do it and I just print tomorrow morning instead. I'll do a little prep on the paper that needs to be damp and pressed. It'll work better if I've done the 3 sheets now. So this last one, it has a pelican, a swan, and some swallows. And I'm glad I decided to finish off and do all of them. I'm just going to clean up my desk now. I've made a bit of a mess, and I'm going to flatten that paper for these prints that I've made. I love how this one in particular kind of looks like a sticker sheet. Like it reminds me of the sticker sheets we'd get when we were kids, when we had sticker books to put all our stickers in and we'd swap them at school. So it is Wednesday. I am working on some patterns for my sketchbooks and notebooks that I'm making. So I've got these A4 size sheets of lino. I'm gonna leave one blank because I want the option of just printing a straight solid block color. And then I'm gonna carve 2 into patterns. So I'm thinking one of them's going to be a slightly bigger leopard print pattern, like this pattern that I've got for my sketchbook. It took me hours to draw this, so I'm not going to be able to draw them to put them into production. And I want the patterning to be slightly bigger because that would be pretty tricky and time consuming to carve as well. And then the other one's going to be just a basic check pattern. I haven't had my lino carving tools out for a little while. I've been focusing a lot on etching, so I'm actually quite excited to just zone out, listen to a podcast, and do some really basic pattern carving. This is my podcast of choice today. I don't know how true it is, but it is a supposedly true story of a Russian spy. It's pretty grueling. It is quite heavy, but it is a really, really interesting story. So whether or not it is a true story, it is a really fascinating story to listen to.